Hey, this is Jamie. We've had our new nukes 20 days now, and they're already trying to leave us. They're absconding. I say swarm a couple times, but they're not. They're trying to leave. We'll show you the reason why they're trying to leave. If you haven't experienced a slimed out hive, good for you. Awesome. I don't show you really good pictures of that outside, but if you haven't experienced that yet, hang around to the end of the video for a real treat, and hopefully you have a strong stomach. We've got one of our hives trying to swarm. Hopefully you can see this. Are they still going back in, or do you see them landing somewhere? They were bowling out just a little bit ago, and for some reason had picked that bird's nest right up there. There's still a few buzzing around it. But now I think they're all going back into the hive, so apparently the queen did not follow them. But it is a loud, loud buzz. We do have a robin gate on, robin string, and they're going in just as hard as they can go. I don't know, some are still pouring out, and some are going back. So I'm looking around to see if they are in a tree somewhere, so we can capture them and put them back, or in another hive. We did have a mass on the front of it, and that has disappeared. So we'll see if we can find them. Oh, they're right here on the ground. I'm gonna get a bee suit on and see if I can find the queen. See if that's her. There she is. Got her. Got a green dot on her.
Probably got too many bees in that clip with her. Slimed out. I can't put them in there. I gotta clean it. It's got too many small hive beetles in it. That's why they're leaving. I don't know what to do. It's totally beyond anything I've seen. And this is a strong hive. Small hive beetles everywhere. And so 2 new nukes are in, and gave them extra room. Oh, we lost a hive to small hive beetles. Gave them extra room. I've been doing Varroa treatments, or Varroa numbers are really low. Gave them an extra box, and they started to swarm. So I was able to catch her and stick them in frames, stick her in a clean clip, and put in the nuke box. But we have started a serious robbing scenario. So right now, I don't have a choice but to wait till night and transfer these bees from here back into a clean box, single deep, and feed them. And then I'm going to have to check this one, because they're trying to rob out over here. They've been strong. I gave them an extra box. I may take them back down. And I'm going to have to use this little vacuum and come out and tear up small hive beetles every day. Because, number one, I gave them too much room. I realize that. Number two, they are absolutely horrible. So I'm getting ready to drink these boxes. And this is where robbing is going on down here too. So I took the 2 boxes off, and you can just tell by the top. I did have a pollen patty on there, so that was probably a mistake as well. But everything is just slimed out. Every trap that I had in there. I had beetle blasters, beetle barns, right now they're being robbed, but if you look at, I mean, everything was absolutely full, and you couldn't hold anymore. And again, all this has been slimed out and is now being robbed as hard as they can go. So what an absolute nightmare. So yeah, Swiffer sheets, beetle barns, beetle blaster, beetle gel in 2 boxes. Just too much room, I guess. And even with all that, they could not patrol it, because all that did really, really good. And then they're up here swarming on the beetle blasters. And again, the beetle blasters are absolutely full. Small hive beetles. So they did what they were supposed to. Swiffer sheets were full. Look at these coming in trying to rob. I'm gonna let them go somewhere else. I can't do anything with them. I've got syrup here that was on, and I'm gonna have to get rid of that, or else I'm gonna have a bunch of drowned bees. But now they're trying to be robbed out just because there's so much crazy activity up there. But the queen is in the nuke box. They were trying to leave, but right now I'm not gonna let them.
So we got really lucky catching the queen, because I just don't think they had her ready to leave. If they swarm, they really slim her down. That way she can fly well, stop feeding her, she stops laying eggs, that kind of thing. And in this case, she was still big. And that's the reason we were able to catch her 6 or 7 feet away from the front of the hive. That's where she landed, and she probably couldn't go much further than that, I would think. Unless given a couple more days, whatever would have happened. So we were able to catch her, put her in a queen clip, right back into the nuke boxes. Didn't realize that a queen clip is a queen excluder, that other bees can come and go to take care of her as they need to. So I was kind of concerned about the bees being in there. But did get them captured. So here is what a slimed out hive looks like, or what the frames look like in a slimed out hive. I had pulled these and just stuck them right into a freezer. So anything white you see on these frames is frozen small hive beetle larvae. And again, it's thousands upon thousands of these things. And they just totally destroy a hive. They end up eating and souring the honey, any pollen, any brood that's still left. None of it is usable at this point, and there's nothing left for the bees to live in as well. I mean, they're just overrun. So that's the only thing I could do was freeze them to get them out of there, and you can definitely see why the bees can't stay. So yeah, from that, you know why they're trying to leave. They just don't have a choice. There's nothing left for them to live in. They're being overrun. So like I said, they're basically reset back to zero. So here's 3 weeks that we've had these bees as late summer nukes, trying to build them up for winter stores and winter bees to be able to survive the winter, and we've lost another 3 weeks. We've got them. They're in the worst bare foundations or frames and drawn out comb possible, because this is stuff that was damaged before. So we really gotta help them out a little bit. In addition to that, you did see that I did grab one of these little vacs. So there was a guy doing some YouTube videos that used one of these and sucked up some small hive beetles. So we're going to try to help them day after day with that as well to fight these. Had some of the beetle barns, not in the hives, but around the hives, with somewhat of a questionable bait. So yeah, I didn't want that in the hive. But now, the Power B2B, we did get some of their traps and their bye-bye beetle. So we're going to put that in there too, and we're going to see how that works. And really give them everything we've got: beetle barns, beetle blasters, beetle gels, Swiffer sheets, bye-bye beetle, the beetle traps, beetle barns, all that good stuff. So we're going to really try to help them out, because I don't know what else to do. I mean, we're throwing everything at them to try to help them kick back and beat back the small hive beetles. I think what we've got now is leaving the previous hives out there too long and beetles moving in, trying to kill as many as I did. We still probably got a heavy load in the area, and that's what's wrong now, is we really got to get them knocked back. But leaving the first hives out there to get nasty and clean them up afterwards has really increased the population in the area. And so we're just having a hard time. Here in 3 weeks, we got hives that are slimed out. And I helped the beetles. I didn't help the bees in any way. I was afraid of them being honey bound or sugar bound and not giving them, or not having enough room to be able to grow in population. So next wrong thing I did was put another box on there. That's just too much room for them to be able to patrol. I still don't like these hive top feeders. I need to do another video on that as well. I have to feed them, so I got to put them back on there, but we'll find something different too. And the pollen patties. The pollen patties, I guess there was enough pollen coming in because they weren't using them, and that was just like a monster attractant to the beetles. So my mistake, I was dealing with mites previously, and now I've got to deal with a heavy beetle load with too much room, pollen patty that's in there, and them just not being able to take care of them. So we'll try to save this hive. We got to dig into the next one because I'm sure the same thing is going on over there in our furb hive, the purple hive. See what kind of state they're in, and hopefully save them from a lot of this problem as well. So still learning as we go, but man, it has been a rough year. So I really do appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.